Harold, I'm afraid I need you to come with me.
Oh, hi, Major. What's the matter? Is that leak bothering you again?
It's your fine, your unpaid fine.
I had a fine?
You still do. Tubing without the proper credit on your tube card. Can you settle it now?
No. But, wait. I'm sure I topped it up.
Improper tube card management, Halibut. You surely recall that since last week, the Energy District tubes require your tube card to be topped up with blue credit if an onward journey to the social district is intended, in addition to the usual weekly turquoise credit.
But only last month, it was a green.
I don't make the rules, Harold, but the rules make me. Now let's get you over to the fine secretary so we can all get on with our day.
Fell foul of the end-user insufficient funds clause. I'm afraid if you really can't pay, you're going to have to think of someone who can.
I guess that means you'll have to wait for the professor again. Who knows what she sees in you? Right, I'm needed elsewhere. There's a disturbing rise in the number of people traveling without the appropriate tickets recently. I hope for both our sakes not to see you again soon, Harold.
Ja, und damit herzlich willkommen zur neuen Let's Play. Wir spielen hier Harold Halibut auf dem PC und naja, so ein kleines Stop-Motion-Spiel aus Knetgummi und wurde hier von einer deutschen Firma produziert.
Can't you just put this on my account? I'll pay as soon as I...
Mr. Halibut, you don't have an account. Not since we blocked it.
Please, Mr. Secretary, let me just... I mean, look, can't we...
Your name is Mr. Secretary?
My title, young man, is All-Water Secretary number 24. It is not my name. Anyway, I'm afraid All-Water Corporation can't be seen to make exceptions. You'll have to go through the proxy payment process like everyone else.
Keine Ahnung, was das da für Posten ist.
So, What are you in for?
Oh, I'm just here for the great company.
Aren't you a little young to start working for Allwater?
What? No, I meant because it was a joke, doofus.
Oh.
Yeah. Could you let me wait in peace now?
Oh, sure. Will do. Have fun.
Felix?
Hi, Ma. Look, before you say anything...
Whatever your excuse is, it'll have to wait. Busy, busy times. Mr. Secretary, please charge whatever Felix's fine is to the company tab, please.
Of course, Mrs. Van der Vaart. Have a pleasant day. You too, Master Van der Vaart.
Freedom! Have fun, Harold!
Und ich muss jetzt hier so lange hocken bleiben, bis jemand zahlt für mich, oder was?
We reluctantly interrupt your daily business for some important information for all inhabitants of the Fedora 1.
Dear people, crew, and company, we seem to have discovered something super cool. Please do consider to congregate tonight at the Agora Theatre for some important information.
Na klasse.
Oh, Harold, here you are. I've been looking all over. Get your buns to the lab, if you please.
I do beg your pardon, ma'am, but there is still the matter of an outstanding fine for Mr. Halibut to find a proxy for. A completely reasonably priced and fairly applied fine, if I do say so myself.
Sir, please do not cause me further consternation. Just put it on my tab as always. Come on, Harold.
Tja, Schwarzfahren lohnt sich nicht.
Mr. Halibut, you'll need this before you go.
A ticket home?
Yes, and only home. It's not valid for any other routes.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Secretary.
And your tube pass should be unlocked again within 24 hours. So you'll be back to the luxury of fully automatic tube travel eligibility approval once again.
I can't wait.
Also, soweit ich weiß, kann man hier nicht mit dem Bus fahren, sondern wir fahren mit
Every
der
time I
Lorry.
need you, Harold, it's something else. What's wrong with you? I can't handle your shenanigans while we're in the middle of this mess.
I know. I'm sorry. Next time...
This must have an underlying cause. I remember when you were still in school and your teacher telling me about how you would just stare out of the window, oblivious to her even shouting at you.
Was sind das da für Dinge?
You never snapped out of that daydream.
Ich habe das Gelaber jetzt gar nicht zugehört.
I was never in a daydream, just... the other stuff was boring.
Harold, I'm not sure which is worse. The idea of you living with your head in the clouds or never being excited by life. Only boring people get bored.
Yeesh. I'm sorry, Professor.
Wird man auf der anderen Seite dann wieder trocken geföhnt oder wie ist das hier? Da sind wir ja. Das ist out of order? Dann kann ich ja bloß in die Hauptstation.
Destination chosen.
Ja,
We hope you enjoy your all-water tube system journey.
wenn man stecken bleibt, dann ertrinkt man.
You have arrived. Please exit the tube in an orderly manner. We hope you travel with us again soon.
But why isn't the line active? What needs improving?
Cool. Er flutscht durch die Röhre mit einem Kilo Kleinmittel.
But I assure you it will be for the good of your overall long-term tube travelling experience.
So will we get discounts on the other lines as a result of the inconvenience?
As of yet, there is no discount scheme in place, as we calculated the possible inconvenience to be negligible.
Wouldn't need a discount if the prices weren't so high in the first place.
I can't comment on the pricing strategy, I'm afraid, sir. I'm just a travel secretary.
So what can you comment on?
I am authorised to comment on the nature of the tube closure, which is that Allwater have had to close the line temporarily for improvement works.
Yes, you said that. Have these improvements been carried out before?
I cannot say if the exact same optimisations have been made to another line.
So what can you comment on?
I can confirm that there is no discount scheme in place, and that we believe the fares to be fair.
So who calculates the fair price?
I can't comment on the pricing strategy, I'm afraid, sir. I'm just a travel secretary.
This is ridiculous. Can I talk to your manager?
Certainly, sir. If you'd just like to go to the all-water public office and make a managerial communication meeting request with Secretary 24 there. The reason, sir, is that all water have had to close the line temporarily for improvement works.
But why isn't the line active? What needs improving?
Ich will das bloß mit anhören. So, cool. Je weiter man weg ist, desto leiser wird's, ne? Ist ganz gut gemacht. Oh. Wo muss ich hin? Energiesektor oder? Hauptstation sind wir jetzt, ne? Ach,
This location is not accessible via your permission slip, and you know it.
Und wo stecke ich den Erlaubnisschein überhaupt rein?
Destination decided. Enjoy the view.
Aha.
But Harold, I'm tired of chasing after you like you're a stupid butterfly.
Hang on. What's a butterfly? That sounds silly.
A butterfly is an insect from Earth. They had beautiful patterns on their wings and drank pollen from flowers. I suppose you could say they often appeared in extra-natural moments in life. On the other hand, they were terribly inefficient, flighty, overly trusting and delicate. Ergo, you never... Harold!
Ja, ja. Ich wollte ja bloß mal gucken hier. Nix darf man.
I know I drift off a bit sometimes, but all water raised the tube fares again, and they never announced it properly. This time it really was an honest mistake. Plus, there was this woman who...
Quiet, Harold. We don't have time for your flights of fancy right now. There's important work afoot.
Oh, yeah.
Have you checked the blockage in the filter station yet? And did you need to feed the fish too?
Ah, yes. Those two. I'm on the case. Bye, Professor.
Aren't you forgetting something?
Oh, I'm sure those are all my tasks for the day.
You seem to have waylaid your PDA. It really is a wonder you get anything done around here.
Ah, thanks, Professor. It's got a life of its own.
Strangely enough, I noticed you hadn't added your daily task list to it. And I don't want to have to remind you about them again.
Oh, thanks. Let's see. So, I access the list. It'll come back to me.
Just go to the 4 selection buttons.
Okay. Where were they again?
The upper right of the pad.
Ah, yeah. Top of the 4 buttons, right?
Ja, aber ich spiele jetzt mit Control. Ah, da unten steht's ja Y.
Cool.
Alles klar.
Then I use the navigation nub to highlight and then hit the bottom button.
Precisely.
Oh Gott. Ich lerne jetzt da wirklich die simpelste Navigation hier.
Okay, great. And it's the rightmost button to go back, right?
Indeed. Now hop to it. And I'll see you at the Agora Arcades when you're done.
Okay, Hauptaufgaben. Was? Abbrechen? Okay. Abbrechen? Ich darf das gar nicht anschauen, ich muss das bloß ja ausprobieren. Sauerei. Oh, da können wir überall hin. Ah, das wird lustig, das zu inspizieren. Okay, schauen wir doch mal. Computerkumpel. Was steht denn hier? Reinigung. Ach nee, reinige die Filterstation. Mareaux sagt mir, ich sollte die Filterstation reinigen, wie immer. Achso. Füttere die Fische. Optionale Aufgaben. Komme ich nicht runter. Ach, die gibt's nicht. Okay. Add-ons. Systeme. Was haben wir hier? Soll mir das was sagen? Kann Kann ich da was einstellen? Nee, ich sollte da lieber nicht rumforschen, oder? Ich krieg mal Glück, dann stürzt das Spiel ab. Okay. Wir haben Fische zu füttern und irgendwie was zu reinigen. Aktionen kann man ja nur ausführen, wo solche Buttons auftauchen. Das macht es ein bisschen leichter. Aber man will natürlich immer ein bisschen erforschen und rumgucken. Da ist zum Beispiel so ein Button.
Drat. It's out of food. Better ask Cyrus about this.
Frag Cyrus? Und wer ist Cyrus? Frag Cyrus nach Fischfutter. Sei es der Richtige, nach Fischfutter zu fragen. Ja, aber wo finde ich den? Okay, da kann man rein, da gucken wir jetzt auch gleich rein. Also mehr kann man hier nicht machen. Na, hier schaut es aus. Wie gerade und drüben. Das ist die Abstellkammer hier. Und irgendwas soll ich doch reinigen. Kann man schneller laufen irgendwie? Ja, das geht. Gut. Ah, warte mal, da geht's doch runter, oder? Ach, okay. Das ist mein Abstellräumchen. Das Zimmer für die Sklaven hier. Was ist das hier? Was ist aber jetzt? Das verstehe ich jetzt nicht so ganz. Ist das das Fischfutter?
Drat. It's out of food.
Ja, das wissen wir ja.
Better ask Cyrus about this.
Aber ich weiß nicht, was das Zeug da ist. Hola. Man muss natürlich warten, bis es wieder hochgefahren ist. Ist ja klar, man kann ja nicht so weiterlaufen. Ich sehe hier gar nichts. Ah, jetzt. Eine Karte oder so gibt es hier nicht, ne? Lounge, Level 1. Wie ist denn das?
Ah, Harold. Perfect timing.
Oh, Signor Tenenbaum. You too.
I was just hoping to watch some Sun Tzu's Ashk. Got any idea how to work the old telly?
Yeah, I think it's one of those all-water ad-only models.
Ah. Should still be good for watching the announcement on tonight, though, right?
You're really gonna watch that? They'll just announce another tube price hike again.
Well, who knows? Diego from Health Services said he heard something about the reveal of something important.
Okay, da kann ich was auswählen. Ich weiß zwar nicht, was das obere sein soll.
What brings you to the lounge anyway?
Would you guess that the tubes to the utility district and the social district are down again?
Strangely, yes. I can believe that. Does that mean school is out?
Yep. The Bambinos are happy, and I don't mind the time off. But if it goes on much longer, they'll forget everything.
Won't they do their homework?
Maybe. The whole social district is off limits right now, so at least there won't be much else for them to do.
Is that why you're hanging out here?
Mostly. It's just kind of cozy here, though, you know?
I suppose it is.
Anyway, don't mind me, Harold.
Okay, keine Ahnung, was das obere da sein soll.
What is Sun Tzu's Ashk?
Yes, Sun Tzu's Ashk, Eternal Love. Best and only Turkish novella we have on board. I thought season 18 was bad. Well, with all the drama around Emery's cousin and whatnot. It's worth powering through to season 36, though. That's where the plot really thickens.
I'll try to check it out sometime. Bye, Chris.
See you later, Harold. I'll be here if you want some company.
Tired and puffy? Let the kelp help. Kaylee's beauty kelp face masks.
Okay, hier ist nichts mehr. Was wir ja festgestellt haben, wir können ja nicht mehr der Fahrkarte irgendwo hinfahren, aber vielleicht können wir da mal was gucken. Ist da was? Und was ist das hier? Das ist die Klimaanlage, ja? Okay, dann haben wir ja eigentlich normalerweise nur die Möglichkeit hier runter. Oh. Wir können aufs Klo. Muss ich mal pinkeln? Nicht gucken. Oh, tut das gut. Ist irgendwie cool gemacht. Filter. Okay, das klingt ja schon mal ganz gut. Da kann ich ja nicht rein. Moment, da ist doch was, oder? Aha. Okay. Ist das jetzt richtig? Ich habe keine Ahnung. Kann man das mal einmal übersetzen?
Clean as a whistle again.
Das sind so blitzblank. Hast du was am Auge oder was? Moment, haben wir das jetzt... Ja, das ist weg. Also, warte mal. Nee, hier ist nichts. Da hat bloß das Wasser abgelassen, oder? Ich habe das Minispielchen da überhaupt nicht verstanden, aber ich habe es irgendwie gelöst. Okay, wir schauen aber schon mal, was da hinten ist. Wir brauchen ja den Cyrus, ne? Observatorium, da komme ich nicht rein.
Hey, Sai.
Oh, hey, Harold. What's going? How's up?
Just doing my usual rounds. Trying to clean the fish and feed the filter station.
Super nice. How are the fishies doing?
They're swimming away, looking good. But there's no food left in the fish feeding machine.
Ah, lovely. Yeah, I've been thinking about fish a lot recently. I've been wondering if, given fish blood is such a good fertilizer, the slow-release phosphates and nitrogen, but we don't want to hurt fish. If samples were taken, we could somehow synthesize the...
Sai, that sounds very interesting, but what about the food for the fish themselves?
Hmm? Oh, yes. Sorry, Brad. Didn't I restock the other night? Must have just thought about it. I'll have to formulate some more.
You make the fish food yourself?
Oh, I do indeed. I'm working on a new recipe at the moment, in fact.
But can fish even taste?
It's not just about taste, it's about nutrition. We want their gills to function optimally, don't we? And their pigments to express as vividly as possible, a bit like flowers.
Sai. New fish food would be great. I'm sure they'll love it.
Well, I'll get right on it. Promise. Yeah, I think I have a test batch. Yep, here. A little taster to keep them going. You should try some too.
Thanks. I'll let you know what they think.
Wie, das kleine Bullchen war alles? Komm jetzt da. We free out here? Was?
Did you see that?
Was that fish real?
Well, I'm not sure. I mean, even if it wasn't, their methods are getting way more sophisticated lately.
Yeah.
I kind of look forward to seeing what stunt they're going to pull next.
Me too. As long as I don't have to clean it up. Do you remember their first messages?
Yeah. Wasn't it something about Fedora not being able to take off being a conspiracy?
Yes, on all those little flyers. Handwritten, too. What did that fish message mean, do you think?
I guess something about exploring the planet?
Didn't it say what's out here?
Ooh, like they've hidden something?
Maybe they think the ocean is a conspiracy, too?
Es hat gespeichert, abgeschlossen, okay. Notizbuch, die Lichtwächter. Warte, ich hab selber was am Auge, oder? Okay, mal gucken. Okay, das heißt, wir haben jetzt hier nur noch für die Fische. Was ist das da? Nachrichten? Nichts. Das heißt, wir müssen wieder ganz zurück. Wie bin ich da überhaupt hergekommen? Da. Nun gut, das heißt wieder hoch. Regelpause haben wir keine mehr. Dann gehen wir mal weiter. Oh, hier rein, ne?
Little fishy, your little dishy is now served. Okay, Herald Bot Diagnostic Report. Scanning. All tasks completed satisfactorily. Enjoyment evaluation. Minimal. Energy levels depleted. Recharging required. Next destination, Agora Arcades.
Okay, das war mal das, was wir in der Werbung gesehen haben. Aber ich darf doch da gar nicht hin, oder? Weil meine Fahrkarte da gar nicht gültig ist, aber wir können das mal probieren.
Ah, why isn't this working? So typical. I suppose the ticket reactivation is still going to take a while.
Okay. Abgeschlossen? Hey. Ankündigung ansehen. Ich könnte mir die Ankündigung auf den Fernsehsender Lodge ansehen. Aha. Ah ja, okay. Also auf gut Deutsch, wir werden hier ein bisschen verarscht.
Hello again!
Hey, Chris. Ticket not working. Mind if I watch the announcement with you?
Well, be my guest. Not that I actually live here.
Oh, it's starting.
We chose the stars, not instead of the Earth, but because of it. We chose sacrifice and responsibility. Well, we didn't, I guess, but our ancestors did, and we wouldn't be here if they hadn't. Left, I mean. We'd be back on Earth, and where would that have got anyone? We may not have ever seen our home, tasted its air, or gazed across its boiling seas, but we remember it. And then we made a new home, even if it wasn't quite what anyone had in mind. And one corporation over all others helped make that possible. All water. On that note, I'd like to introduce Madam CEO Brenna Castletrop.
Good day to you all. As you may know, I am Brenna Castletrop, the CEO of All Water Corporation. More importantly, I'm a citizen of the Fedora just like you. And it's my unmitigated pleasure today to show you what you're about to see. Join me in reliving and celebrating the remarkable journey we've been on together, before we unveil the next step of that journey.
It may have started with one man, but it took the hearts and minds of many more to make the dream a reality. That dream began at the height of the Cold War, when the world was on the very brink of annihilation. He conceived of an Ark-like spacefaring ship, financed by the wealthiest countries, families, and private institutions such as the Schlipmeier Foundation, as a gesture of global care for the human race. That ship journeyed for 200 years, was home to 5 generations, and sailed past many solar systems, making fascinating discoveries along the way, like the bacteria that are now responsible for our energy supply, or the mineral samples we took from planets along the way that allow us to build new materials. We had difficulties to deal with too, such as surprise asteroid fields, periods of hopelessness, and the unpleasant albeit brief alien infestation. And of course, 120 years after launch, our last message from our beloved Earth in its final moments. After 200 years, we finally arrived at our destination, only to find that the promising, watery planet contained no habitable landmass and dense, toxic gases in the atmosphere. Hardly the second Earth we had hoped for. It wasn't long into our new search that the solar winds came. Maybe our ancestors couldn't have possibly known, or maybe they could, that they would cause our ship to crash, just like Icarus, but with worse luck. Either way, we can be thankful for a soft landing and good waterproofing.
Wasn't that a wild ride, huh? We've achieved so much aboard the Fedora, but we've never stopped thinking big. We had the idea to make sure we weren't missing out on anything going on outside. We're in a whole new galaxy, so we should be listening to see what the local news is. So we hatched a new plan. A state-of-the-art, deep space radio buoy capable of keeping itself afloat and slowly circumnavigating our watery new home while scanning for signals and interesting cosmic gossip. And, wait for it, yes, we're delighted to announce it's floating to the surface right now. That's right, the buoy will be in position in another few hours. Big congratulations and thanks to All Water for making this possible. I'm excited to see what we pick up.
That was some announcement, huh?
Sure. Makes for some nice gossip. But I think they should fix the tube system or upgrade the TVs, eh? For this fancy boy drama, eh?
Yeah, that'd be nice. What if there really is nothing else out there?
Exactamundo. We should be focusing on inner space before outer, huh?
Yeah, man. Speaking of inner space, I hope the tickets are working again tomorrow.
Que claro. At least I brought some homework to mark. Those bambinos will forget everything at this rate.
And you've got your trusty couch.
Yep. We've gotten to know each other well.
Okay. I'm gonna get some sleep. Buonanotte, Chris.
Buonanotte, Harold.
And or in the event of customers experiencing the chilly sweats. Good evening, Fedorans. The all-water tube system will shortly be closing for the night. Please attend to the necessary travel arrangements. Get home safe.
Oh boy, what a day. Here's hoping tomorrow's a bit more relaxed. I could do with a day off. All this running back and forth for people is tiring, man. But, Agent Harrelson, that's what they pay you for. Don't let us down now.
Jo, da hauen wir sicher mal in die Haie. Wir haben jetzt gerade mal erfahren, was gerade war. Also wir sind von der Erde irgendwie weggeflogen, weil wir die halt versaut haben. Und sind hier auf diesen Planeten abgestürzt nach 200 Jahren. Und der hat natürlich nur Wasser, keine Landmassen. Und wir versuchen jetzt hier mit der Boje praktisch was zu entdecken. Und hoffen, dass wir vielleicht einen anderen Planeten oder irgendwie Tratsch und Klatsch finden, das uns weiterhilft. Ja, mal gucken, wie es ja dann auch weitergeht. Komm, geh mal hoch hier. Müssen wir jetzt... Oh.
Morning, Harold.
Hello, Professor. What did you think of that announcement?
It was quite fantastically self-aggrandizing.
Yes, it did go on a bit. The boy seems cool, though.
Indeed. I'm sure it'll make a great source of distraction. Now, if you're quite ready...
Sure. Ready for what?
I made a breakthrough discovery at the Arboretum last night. You remember the last batch of bloomy rocks?
Oh, the really small ones from the last intake? The ones with the strange shapes and the little holes and...
The blue ones, yes. Turns out their surface composition doesn't just give us clues about our immediate aquatic environs. I think they've picked up some influences from outer space as well. Take a look through the microscope. You'll see what I mean.
Just remind me exactly how that thing works again.
Harold, are you fooling me? This will be the last time I explain it to you, so for once, pay attention. You need to open the hatch first. Now, activate the switch next to the board to open the sample shelf.
Okay. Da drüben?
Harold! Not that door! Over here!
Ach so, jetzt weiß ich. Das war der Knopf, den wo ich ganz am Anfang gedrückt habe. Erst muss man mir doch erklären. Ich kenne mich doch hier nicht aus. Hab ich schon gewundert, was das für Zeug ist.
The rock you want is in the container on the lower right.
Hey.
You remember your left and right? Bring it to the microscope and insert it into the hatch.
Jetzt wird's langsam für dich, ja? Oh, ich nicht weiß, was links und rechts ist? Natürlich weiß ich das.
Et voila! Check the microscope and finally you'll see what I mean.
Okay.
The one you're looking at now seems to have picked up radiation from our nearest sun. There's a particular mark for each time there's been a solar flare.
I can only see one mark?
That's the problem. There isn't enough of a recording on this one. I dated it to roughly 40 BC.
So we need an older one. For...
Exactly. Older ones, ideally. Although I doubt we'll have much luck catching more of them by chance. Oh, yes. We have to figure out when there's going to be a gap between flares. Flares cause the solar winds. A gap between solar storms is our only window for leaving this place. I need you to look into this, Harold. If anyone on board has an older rock, we need it procured. Yes?
But if we're not going to be able to catch one, where am I supposed to start looking?
You could start at Tommy's store. You and I both know that guy somehow gets hold of whatever those filter stations spit out, and then sells them at an outrageous markup.
Good evening, Jeanne.
Nice to see you, Bridget.
Is the sample in the microscope? I'm really curious to inspect it.
Yes, you definitely should.
Okay, mit der können wir noch reden.
Hey.
Hey, you're the professor's assistant, Jeremy, right?
Yes, but no. I'm Harold Halibut. I interned in your section for about a year.
Oh, goodness, you're microwave boy.
So, you do remember me.
Yes, how could I forget that debacle? Actually, I've just met with your professor.
Is everything okay?
Not entirely, but I probably shouldn't be telling you.
Okay, I'll...
But I suppose if Mareaux trusts you, I'm a bit worried about our ship's energy reserves. I thought I'd talk to your boss about it. She's the smartest person on board, isn't she?
Reserven? Stecken wir nicht etwa irgendwie in Schwierigkeiten?
Reserves? Are we in some kind of trouble?
Now I've said too much. Ask Mareaux. Perhaps she'll tell you more.
Did you guys talk about the bloomy rocks at all? Mareaux said I should maybe check with your husband.
As a matter of fact, we did. As for my husband, you'll have to ask him, which is more than I've been able to do the past few days. Knowing that infuriating rock collection, I'm sure he'll find you something. He's a sweetheart, really, you know? Go ask him.
See you later.
Bye, Richard.
Was, Richard? Ich heiße doch Harold.
Harold, when you see Cyrus, could you give him a message for me?
Sure thing, Professor.
Just ask him, how are the details coming along?
Okay. I will ask him, but,
Yes, I know. I could ask him myself, but didn't you stop to wonder why I don't want to?
I just did stop to wonder.
It's complicated, okay? We go back a long way and don't always see eye to eye, especially on matters of categorization, nomenclature, and subsequent archiving methodology. Not that he ever saw fit to delineate his preferred... Don't mind me, Harold. I just mean Cyrus has his stubborn phases, and I just can't talk to him when he's in one.
Okay, say no more. Your message is safe with me.
Actually, Harold... No, it's okay. Nothing. Run along now.
Okay, das heißt, wir müssen uns zu Cyrus auch nochmal. Vielleicht machen wir es gleich, weil Cyrus ist ja praktisch hier und wir müssen ja sonst durch die Röhre. Außerdem sind wir ja gleich bei ihm. Oh. Ich möchte mal sagen, ist doof gelaufen. Keine Ahnung, wo der sich jetzt versteckt. Vielleicht sollen wir mal unseren Kumpel mal anschauen. Keine Ahnung. Achso, du kannst bloß vergrößern. Du. Suche nach dem blauen Stein. Okay. Das heißt, da müssen wir doch erst mit der Röhre. Konnte ich ja nicht wissen, dass der sich verpisst. Dann schauen wir doch mal, dass wir durch die Röhre flutschen. Okay. Ich habe keine Ahnung, wo wir hin sollen. Aber wir probieren es mal.
Destination selected. Have a pleasant journey and a fantastic day. You may now exit the tube. Thank you on behalf of the All-Water Corporation for choosing to travel with us today.
Inspecting. No contaminants detected.
Alles klar. Oh, was haben wir hier? Kaugummifabrik? Ist da offen oder zu?
Hello, Cy. How's it going?
Oh, it's been tough, Harold. Every detail has a detail. It's like this filigreed. Oh, it's good you're here, actually.
Yeah? What do you need?
Well, I'm having a bit of difficulty with the 3D printer. It's leaving gaps everywhere.
Oh, okay. Shall I take a look?
Yes, please. But I hope you're better with technology than you are with the ladies.
I hope so, too.
Anyway, see if you and your screwdriver can get this printer its third dimension back.
Was soll ich? Ich hab keinen... Aber ich einen Schraubenzieher dabei? Ja doch, ich hab Werkzeug.
You have to undo the screws first to remove the front panel.
Ja, wenn du weißt, wie es geht, warum soll ich das da machen? Ja, der schmeißt die Schrauben einfach weg, oder was? Ich darf jetzt das komplette Ding zerlegen? Na, das wollte ich nicht, ich wollte die obere Schraube. Ah, das ist auch schon weg. Ich habe keine Ahnung, ob das da alles so passt. Was ist das hier? Okay, machen wir das dann auf. das ist ein Geduldsspiel. 27 Schrauben aufmachen.
Something happened then. Keep going.
Was? Ja, das fällt alles runter. Und das braucht auch kein Schwein mehr. Das ist ein Schalter. Kann ich da was machen? Wir machen das mal weg.
Ooh, I think you're nearly there.
Ich habe keine Ahnung, was der von mir will. Ich kann auch nur den ganzen 3D-Drucker so... Oh, da ist was kaputt.
Now, you see that hole?
Jo. Jetzt erschrocken, leck mich doch am Arsch.
Oh, I'm sorry, Harold. I couldn't resist.
Ow! Ow! Sai, was the printer even broken?
Maybe. If it's any consolation, I discovered this little trick the hard way.
Ow! Why didn't you just fix it then?
Well, where would the fun have been in that?
I'm not sure I like your idea of fun.
Funny. Sunny says the same thing to me. But I guess she didn't like your idea of fun either, eh?
Ow.
Think of it as a wake-up call, Harold. Yeah, a little extra juice.
Oh, that reminds me. Mareaux asked me to ask you, how are the details coming along?
Oh, thanks, Harold. Just like her to ask that.
Huh. Is it? Anyway, see you next time, Sai.
Wahnsinn. Zumindest mal gefragt. Ey, ich bin ja so erschrocken, das ist so ein Arschloch. Ich dachte, ich muss mit dem Schraubenzieher drauf zeigen, damit er da das Ding repariert. Nein. Natürlich nicht.
Harold, one more thing.
What is it, Sai?
Could you take Mareaux a message?
I suppose. Is it just gonna be like hers?
No, nothing like that. It's something definitely unrelated.
So, what's the message?
Oh. Okay, fine. You got me. Happy? Just tell her procedure smeeger and that she puts the YRU in Cyrus.
I don't know that's such a good idea. I mean, what is this whole thing about exactly anyway?
She started it. Back in the days, we were both part of the Archive Club. She was always so darn keen to throw away all the rules and invent new archiving procedures. She called it a healthy distrust for calcified mental models. But all it did was stop us ever getting anything done.
So, you disagreed about archiving?
Precisely. But it was fundamental. I mean, we respected each other's work, but there was this deep difference. And I guess neither of us was willing to budge.
So, what did you decide about the archives?
That's not important anymore. Come on, man. Sometimes you don't need to reinvent the wheel.
Okay. So, no message for her?
Just tell her I say hi. She'll know what I mean.
Okay. Catch you later, Sai.
Haben die gerade Facebook, wo sie sich anstupsen können oder irgend sowas? Also, ich weiß nicht. Oder E-Mails oder ich habe keine Ahnung. Da kommst du vor wie er deppt. Du sollst einfach ausrichten. Ja, ist ja toll. Naja, wie auch immer. Wir machen das Ganze hier in der nächsten Folge weiter. Vielleicht laufen wir auch wieder zurück oder vielleicht schauen wir uns immer was Neues an. Ich sage auf jeden Fall hier schon mal Dankeschön fürs Zuschauen und bis zur nächsten Folge. Ciao.